Congratulations to Ken Kraft, tonight's State Farm State of Success. There's Nick Moore from Iowa and Stephen Monk from North Dakota State. Monk, a senior from Wausau, Wisconsin. Nick Moore, a junior from the same high school as the 57-pound Midlands champion, Derek St. John. They're from the same high school, and that's Iowa City West.
Coached by NCAA champion Mark Ryland and the Hawks. And I'll tell you what, Steve Monk last year, an All-American. He's a good, strong guy, and you know, he's got the ability to go ahead and lock a guy up in a near side cradle. He can pin guys and put them to their back. Not really a flashy guy on his feet or anything like that, but just real steady. And I think Nick Moore is putting together a pretty fine season in his last second line, his junior year so far, and been real solid. Guy who didn't place last year in the tournament kind of in a little bit of a tailspin at the end of the season, but he's been real solid, I think, to this point in the season. Number 2 seed in this tournament. Nice head to the outside shot right there. That's something that he's really proficient at. Good finisher of this, but you can see that the length and the reach that Monk has, and he doesn't give anything away. He's cutting the corner, doing a pretty good job of cutting the corner on on Moore.
Got a stalemate.
Stalemate there called by Jamie George from Bartlett, Illinois, right here in the suburbs. He's the head official. Number 1 and number 2 seeds coming all the way to the finals. Moore from Iowa, Monk from North Dakota State. Coached by former Minnesota Gopher Roger Kish, head coach of North Dakota State.
Take a look at Moore. Trying to fake the leg, he's working the head. And again, he was able to get in on that lead leg shot there pretty easily. You want to wonder why he hasn't come back to it, but I think he's felt something there. Again, Monk able to cut the corner on him. The leg is locked up, and normally he's able to go ahead and finish and get to the double leg on that. But the long reach of Monk, he's really improves his position. He's locked in the crotch there. The referee's going to call a stalemate, but I've seen it several times where he's able to go ahead with his power to be able to score in that position.
There's Roger Kish, the head coach, North Dakota State.
Ladies and gentlemen,
45 seconds left in the first period here at 165 pounds. North Dakota State getting a finalist in Stephen Monk, their only finalist, and stepping into Division I a couple of years ago. After some powerhouse years in Division II, there's 2 points. Takedown for Moore.
You see the adjustment there, able to get in deep on a shot like that, and sometimes you're so deep that you can't finish it. And what Moore did in that instance, he went shallow on his shot, immediately went to the double leg finish. Instead of knocking and cracking him down to his rear, was able to go ahead and come back and just go a little shallower, change off a little quicker, ended up getting a straight double leg on it.
Set.
A warning on Moore.
Yeah, that's a little quick.
Jamie George, the official, says he can't push him out. He pushed Monk out and warned him for stalling.
Yeah, for those reasons, I think it's a good call, but
Terry Brands,
Red.
not happy with the call.
Yeah, he's
Red takes down.
wanting a fair match. Well, he's got one.
Moore out in front, 2-0.
Cover.
Takedown, right out.
Set.
Yeah, this is really, and Moore's, I think he's getting better and better in this down position. He's a guy that when he's going up against David Taylor, had a couple of technical falls against him and wrestled about 8 minutes, but in that dual meet, he was able to go ahead and he didn't do a lot of wrestling down there, but he's gotten better in the bottom position. I think that's helped him out. And Monk is really solid in the top position. He will ride you old school, put that leg in. He's excellent with the cradle, cross-face cradle, and he'll also go with the near side cradle, particularly off of a front headlock.
riding the first 35 seconds in the second period from the top position. Down 2-0. Moore had a takedown late in the first period. Was able to ride out, even though he did have a warning for stalling, but he was able to ride out to the end of the period. No escape given to Monk, and so he has thrown a shutout here, but Monk getting a good ride here in the second period, starting in the top position.
He's got a loose tie on that head and arm, but see how his left forearm is around the lat muscle right there, and he's trying to suck him back and put the leg in at the same time. That's good work right there. It's just something that's a little bit unique there, that just where he positions it. He's trying to get him to come back, and now that Moore's picked up on that leg, it's actually making it easier for Monk to go ahead and ride and keep his hips up on top. When you're trying to get away from leg rides, you've got to push those legs away, not pull them in towards you, because it's just cinching up tighter. And look for Moore to change it up a little bit. This is a point in time where you maybe not go to the stand-up, but go to some sort of a changeover maneuver. He comes up into a little bit of heavyweight stand-up. So
you see Nick Moore and Steve Monk, number 4 and 5 ranked wrestlers in the Intermat rankings at 165.
See how he's able to go ahead and spread out the upper, pull that chest back into him and able to spread out the upper body. And Moore did not keep his thighs up close to his core in that instance. He was able to get spread out. So it's kind of backwards. He doesn't put the legs in first. He tries to suck him back and then create those pockets on the scramble.
What a great ride by Stephen Monk on this second period.
No question about it, and put himself back in the match. And this is championship wrestling. This is what you need to do to win tournament matches, finals matches against tough guys. You don't concede any easy escapes. There you see Ryan Morningstar, the other Iowa assistant coach, former Iowa All-American, giving instructions to Moore to keep him down.
Riding time in favor of Steve Monk now, who has a minute 30 riding time that Moore is certainly going to try to erase, but he didn't get that job done, so it's 2-1 and riding time for Stephen Monk, so it's really tied up.
It is, and so you've got, I like the adjustment that Moore was able to make on that lead shot. Oh, this is dangerous here right now. This is dangerous for Moore, because Monk is able to go ahead and turn the corner. He's already got the leg locked, and if he gets his hands tied up here, Moore will be going to his back. I mean, he's that solid with this. Notice how he's climbing back up, improving his position. All right, he should stay up on his hand. Moore did a nice job of creating some hip separation that brought him to stalemate. That was well fought by Moore, because Monk is really solid.
Close. He was about a quarter turn away from getting that 2 points.
And he didn't focus on the turn as much as he had trying to suck him back, and that time he probably should have focused on the turn.
2-1, but riding time in favor of Monk.
First shot by Monk right there. Elbow deep.
And 2 points, takedown.
Yeah.
And he'll add on to that riding time, which will solidify that for him. So 3-2, but effectively 4-2, 45 seconds left.
Yeah, that takedown, that counter sequence there, watch what happens here when he gets the shot, nice little shot. First shot of the match really for him here. He's elbow deep on the leg, but see what every time that Moore pumps away, he plants that leg on the mat so Monk knows where to grab it. So he puts that other opposite leg on the mat, and actually when he moves forward here, like hitting a blocking sled, those legs come closer together, and he just go ahead and times it and lassos both legs up for the 2-point takedown.
No, they had two.
They're looking at the scores to make sure the
score's right. Yep, scores 3-2 with riding time.
Roger Kish might be thinking in his head already of the 4.
Yeah.
Because he did not get away in the first period. It was 2-0.
Yeah.
Then he got away in the second period, or rode out. It's 3-2, right score. And as we said, he's a few seconds away from solidifying the extra point for riding time. he does have advantage, a minute 36 with only 43 seconds left.
Yeah, and Moores needs to get a good start
Set.
right here
Cover.
to go ahead and
Set.
again,
All champions, we would appreciate if you would stay in uniform.
stay with him. We've seen this all throughout these championship rounds. See, he's following with his feet, able to keep his hips in.
Can the #1 seed prove his seed here? He's out in front, Monk, 3-2 with riding time against the #2 seed. North Dakota State over Iowa. Can North Dakota State get their first Midlands championship?
Well, you see what Monk is doing now. He's got riding time secured, so you know his coach Roger Kish is telling him 1, not 2, 1, not 2. Don't give up the reversal here. But Monk is a rider here. See how he sucks him back into it. So he's going to stay on his feet, probably all the way through this sequence and stay in the top position. That's where he's most comfortable. Some guys you can give that call to, and others you just got to live with the fact that they're going to try to stay on top all the way through.
All the way from the #1 seed to the #1 spot on the podium, Stephen Monk from North Dakota State is the Midlands champion.
Tough guy to beat. Really is a tough North Dakota wrestler. Take a look at that takedown once more and look at the effort that Moore tries to do to get away. He pumps that leg, but when you pump that leg right there, planted on the mat, he was able to time that. He knew where that far ankle would be. And he lassos up the quick 2. And again, only shot, but he was 100% on his finishes.
Great execution by that young man, Stephen Monk. He wins a Midlands championship, and North Dakota State